That brings us to our next speaker. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Pip Kiernan, who is the chair of Clean Up Australia. Clean Up Australia is our iconic Australian charity. It's such a wonderful grassroots association. I think we've all grown up with the notion of the good-spirited community feel that we have on Clean Up Australia Day, but the broader work that Pip and her team are doing with Clean Up Australia, I thought it was wonderful that we have the opportunity to invite Pip here to speak to us today, and also we've invited Pip to launch our Australian Repair Network. So thank you, Pip.
Oh, thanks so much, Leanne. It's great to be here on Ngunnawal country today. I know I'm speaking with the converted when I say repair matters. We all know that if we're going to get serious about reducing waste to landfill and truly creating a circular economy, we need to move the dial on repair. And it can't just be, repairability can't just be a nice to have, it has to be an essential part of the products that we buy. My father, Ian Kiernan, had great insight into our impact on the planet. He was very conscious of the ever-growing pile of waste to landfill, and he predicted 3 decades ago that this would be a scourge for our generation. And he was a very strong advocate of extended producer responsibility and the right to repair. He was a builder and a solo yachtsman, so he was often alone at sea and was dependent on his own skills to repair his boat, his diesel engine. His life depended on his ability to repair. But he also repaired his equipment, his truck, his motorbike, often accompanied by very colourful language. So in his typical straight shooting way, Dad would always say that we can't produce cheap crap that can't be repaired. We need to produce quality products that are designed to last and to be repaired again and again. And it's abundantly clear now more than ever that Australians need to step up and support a circular economy. Where everything is a resource and there's no such thing as waste. That's how we need to think about the design of our products. We absolutely can't keep pulling resources out of the ground to build new. We need to build to last and to capture those resources at the end of the product's life and reuse them. And everyone here in this room knows that the inability to repair things is not only a household problem, we've heard it so clearly today, that it's our businesses, our hospitals, our farmers, our miners. All of them encounter difficulties in accessing reasonably priced repair services and repair information about the products and purchases that they make. And it was just so heart-wrenching to hear our farmers here today talking about the challenges they face with a changing climate. You know, they've got these condensed times when they can actually harvest their crops, and they are so dependent on these crucial pieces of equipment. If they can't repair them, that is lost productivity. That is not only lost time for them as farmers, as businessmen, it's lost productivity to the entire community and to the nation. So we really need to get serious about this and do so much better. Our capacity to repair the electronics, white goods, vehicles and machines that we buy is increasingly and globally important as we transition to a circular economy across the world. And here in Australia, our inability to do it well and to access repair and service information is having a significant impact not only on our economy, but on our environment as a whole. So it's so heartwarming to have been part of today and to hear the really great discussions going on and to the acknowledgement of the right to repair and the importance of it in the overall economy and the environmental future. And as we discussed today, there's so many elements to doing it well, from the design of the products to the availability of parts, skilled repairers with the right to repair, the access to the tools and the software to do that, and the legislation to support it. So we've heard about the developments internationally, great discussion from the right to repair in the US and Canada this morning, about Australia's first right to repair law, the mandatory data sharing law in the automotive aftermarket. And we've heard, as I said, from the farmers in our agricultural sector, who both the ACCC and the Productivity Commission have acknowledged that they're experiencing competition issues in accessing reasonable service and repair that has a significant impact on their livelihoods. And we've examined two of the key recommendations of the Productivity Commission about medical device repair and product labelling through the panel discussions. And I know some of you here were very disappointed that the Productivity Commission failed to recommend a broad, all-encompassing Australian right to repair. But you can be proud there's a groundswell of support for the right to repair movement here in Australia. So I'm hopeful that the Commission's recommendations have the potential to ensure that consumers are provided with durable products in the first place and the ability to get them repaired, replaced and refunded under Australian law. So well done to Leanne and her pioneering work in this space. It's just so encouraging. When I asked Leanne recently what great would look like as an outcome for the next 4 years of her work on the Australian Research Council Future Fellowship into the right to repair, she had four answers to that question. Her first was a rebalancing of the relationship between manufacturers and consumers when it comes to the repairability of their goods. Regulatory changes across competition, consumer, IP and environmental laws to better support repair. Thirdly, stronger consumer rights and protections around repair and reuse. And finally, a flourishing repair network with strong industry support for repairers. And I'm optimistic that that will be achieved, Leanne. A community is being built, and at Clean Up Australia we know so well the power of community action, and when we come together with a common cause that is good, that power of community action can just be really, really so powerful. And 33 years after Dad started the first Clean Up Sydney Harbour with a simple idea to empower the community to take action in their own backyard, we've had 20 million volunteers who have participated in clean-up activity over that time. And today we work with industry, government and the community to prevent waste at the outset. So, with a simple idea, he was calling his sailing mates the night before the first Clean Up Sydney Harbour to hope that people would turn up, and 40,000 Sydney-siders turned up. So we should never underestimate the power of community action. And at Clean Up Australia, we know how important it is to highlight the value of repair and promote community efforts to fix it, to fix the things we own. And there's much work that we can all do to keep our goods from unnecessarily going into landfill. We want everyone to take pride in fixing their things, to motivate the fixers, the enthusiasts and the professionals, and to share their repair skills and get others involved. We know we can all take a little bit more care of the items we own, and we want to showcase and celebrate that, to normalise fixing what's broken and to make it as accessible as possible. So I'm so proud to officially launch the Australian Repair Network here today. Thank you for asking me to do it, Leanne. It brings together a wide range of stakeholders interested in or working in the repair sector, who genuinely want to engage in open and respectful dialogue on progressing the right to repair in Australia. The steering committee consists of a representative group of repair stakeholders from industries and the broader community. So representing right to repair researchers, we've got Professor Leanne Wiseman, Dr. Kanchana Kariwasam, from Griffith University. The automotive industry, we've got Leslie Yates from AAA, who presented so beautifully this morning. Agriculture, Brent Morton. Consumers, Matthew Steen of Choice. Community repair, Guido Verbist. And Mended Australia, Karen and Danny Ellis. E-waste, John Gatsakis. And the wonderful volunteers, Jane Hawthorne and Renee Williams. So the Australian Repair Network will engage with all levels of government, policymakers, industries, repairers and community to facilitate the need for a right to repair in Australia. It recognises the complexity of the wide range of interests involved in ensuring the longevity of a range of goods, machinery and equipment, and it will work closely with universities and resource institutions on priority themes related to repair, durability and product life extension. Leanne and the team are building something powerful that will bring about real change, building not only networks of repair stakeholders with government, industry and community, but also a source of information, research and engagement with the broader community, which is so important. The website's in the process of being developed, which will host recordings of all the repair events to ensure the broadest dissemination of all that research and engagement. Education, dialogue and sharing of ideas is fundamental to bringing this to life and helping everyday Australians get excited about repair and the social, environmental and economic benefits of repair. So be an active part of this community. I really encourage you to get involved, make contact, follow the research and initiatives. The latest Australian Repair Network updates and news are coming out regularly. So get involved. This will be a really exciting journey. So thanks. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pip, for those lovely and genuine words. That brings us to the conclusion of today's second summit, Australian Repair Summit, the 2022 Australian Repair Summit. Again, I would like to thank all of you for attending here today at the National Library of Australia and all of our participants online for being patient if there was any technical difficulties. COVID always seems to throw challenges at us. I'm very pleased to see the level of engagement that we had through the questions and discussion and debate today. Again, I would like to express my sincere thanks to all of the excellent speakers that we've had today, who've highlighted across industries the many and varied and multifaceted issues that we'll encounter in this right to repair journey. So, the Australian Repair Network, as Pip said, it was an idea that was generated at the end of the Australian Repair Summit last year that we wanted to keep momentum going. As I am just at the beginning of my Australian Research Council Future Fellowship, this Australian Repair Network will grow and our website will undergo some development and will progressively become a source of information for all repair stakeholders and manufacturers and industry and government policymakers alike as we go along this journey. So once again, I would like to thank everyone. I would like to particularly thank the staff of the National Library of Australia and also our sponsors, Choice, EMPR Products and also Bapcor, for their sponsorship last night and the community repair conference that we held. So thank you once again. We invite you to join us for a celebratory drink in the foyer. We hope to see you next year. Thank you very much.